Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. So this is going to be a fascinating reading because I'm going to be looking into the whole Steve Harvey situation and this female, Shannade Clermont, to see like what's really going on with this situation, because she tried to make it seem as though she was just joking because she wrote online, "Come home, daddy," to one of the pictures that he posted. You know what I mean? Then she tried to walk everything back, saying that she has a crush on everybody from Beyonce, SpongeBob, Rihanna, and random people. So let's see, what should I look into first? I don't even know where to go from here. Let me see, what were her intentions? That's what I'm curious to see. What were her intentions as far as the situation is concerned? So let's see. What was her intentions? What was she trying to accomplish? Okay, well, this is definitely deep, right? We know that the Ace of Swords, I know this is the Ace of Daggers, but the Ace of Swords speaks of clarity. She knew what the hell she was doing. You know what I mean? This is a very strategic energy. Not just that, this is a fascinating Ace of Swords because if you look with all these mountains and hills, she knew that she was going to be causing some problems because that's what mountains and hills represents, problems, issues. You know what I mean? So, let's look further into this situation. What else was she trying to do? So right off the bat, what's being shown to me was she knew what she was doing. You know what I mean? It was kind of just no shock as far as the response she was going to get. This has to do with opportunities, many choices. The fact that the card is in reverse is showing me a miscalculation. You know what I mean? My eye is drawn to this reef here that usually symbolizes success, victory. This is also an energy of war, right? Because it looks like, I forget the name of it, but it's kind of like a crescent moon when it usually is upright. You know what I mean? That speaks of nurturing, healing. Especially if you guys seen some of my previous readings, with particular decks, when I speak of that particular sign being a sign of nurturing and healing. When that crescent moon is positioned like that, it speaks of a war actually. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just I don't know, she kind of opened a can of worms. You know what I mean? I'm definitely seeing a miscalculation. Not just that, this isn't going to help her prospects. And this deep, this is showing a deeper insight, right? Because normally the Four of Cups represents sort of you not being content with your situation. Usually it represents you being stuck in that energy when it's upright. The fact that this card is reversed is showing me that she decided to take action. So it's kind of just what I'm seeing is someone that's trying to be strategic. You know what I mean? Someone that was not happy about their opportunities, so they figured that they would stir the pot. So that's the energy that she's coming with. My next question in this situation is, do her and Steve Harvey have they actually had any sort of relations or anything? My apology, I don't know why my hands have been getting sweaty lately. Well, let's see, have they had any sort of sexual relation? This is a fascinating situation, but the energy came out clear as day. So let's see. I believe a card flipped. Ooh, voodoo. This man, he's being put under attack. I'm not seeing any signs of a sort of relationship. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing a situation of a romantic love. You know what I mean? Some people were they believe that she's really his side piece. Guys, I keep this shit real. The cards aren't showing that. This is actually showing me a setup. This is showing me, and this is deep, a ritual, I know what people say about rituals, you know what I mean? Humiliation rituals in Hollywood. You know, also my apology, my skin kind of peels like because my hands be so dry because I don't like really moisturize them when I'm doing readings. But the funny thing is that they actually end up getting like sweaty and greasy. So it's like a weird situation. It's like, yeah, they're dry, but they end up getting sweaty. Also, I'm gonna have a glass of water. Excuse me for a second. Also, guys, definitely tell me what you think about this situation. Also, if you would like to have a reading with me, how to go about that will be in the description box. Also, if you want me to cover a celebrity, how to go about that as well will be in the description box. Also, there is my email. That email is in the description box, and you can definitely contact me if you have any questions as far as how my readings go, and just hit me up for a reading. But yeah, I'm seeing a sort of setup. I didn't have any issues with like my voice or my throat, so it's funny that this is happening. My apologies. But yeah, what I'm seeing is I'm definitely seeing a setup. You know what I mean? I'm also seeing evil will. You know what I mean? Because usually when you're doing voodoo on someone, you know, it's usually not a good situation. I mean, it can be, because I know some people speak of like healing and shit like that. But usually, like, it's a situation of trying to cause harm to someone. Not just that. You see this sort of like, I don't know. I think of like, I don't know if it was Cinderella or fucking, I don't know, Beauty and the Beast or Snow White, where it was kind of just like the poison apple. I mean, it don't really look like an apple, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It's kind of like someone's offering them up like poison. You know what I mean? Shady situations. Not just that. You know, for you YouTube conspiracists, you know, I'm definitely getting a vibe of a ritual. So it is what it is. I'm not seeing any sort of sexual relationship. You know what I mean? This is just a female that wants some attention. I mean, kind of deep, you know? I came to this open-minded. I didn't like assume anything. I wanted the cards to speak for itself. So that's definitely interesting. Let me see. How does Marjorie Harvey, his wife, how does she feel about this whole situation? So let's get, this is interesting. The card is face down. So this is going to be exactly her emotion. You know what I say? When the card is face down, it speaks of someone's emotions. So let's see how Marjorie feels. This Three of Pentacles, I'm going to be real. It's kind of like an energy of, and I go with the image with this particular card. I'm getting an image that she's definitely trying to protect her family. You see the shield? Not just that, I'm getting a vibe of what the fuck. I'm getting a vibe of her being upset. You see this fire behind her? You know what I mean? It's definitely relevant for the energies. Not just that, she's busy working. You know, I don't know anything of her. But you see she is in the home. So she's busy running the home. She's busy being a wife. You know what I mean? Not just that, she's doing some serious shit. You know what I mean? I'm seeing some serious situations. So this is very deep. You see, this lady, she means business. See how she has her hand all, like, band-aided up and shit, so she won't be harmed? It's a deep energy. She's committed to the family. She's committed to the business, whatever their business is or businesses. You know what I mean? So that's her vibe. She's definitely agitated and upset with the whole thing. Let me look deeper into this energy. What else can I see? Pretty much going to be asking questions I'm assuming everyone would like to know. There's an energy of loss, though. This has definitely caught her off guard. You know what I mean? Because the Five of Cups speaks of loss, right? And it's interesting. I'm seeing third-party situations that definitely happened in the past. And she's like, dude, is this a third-party situation? You know what I mean? Like a new third-party situation. You see she's away from the home. Not just that. You see the Two Cups representing a relationship. The fact that this person has their back turned to it is an energy of shame. Not just that, she's still thinking of past third-party situations. Again, with these Three Cups. So she's just like, And it's deep. I'm actually picking up the energy really heavy with this. You know what I mean? She's just like, dude, I thought you changed. Like, dude, I'm really committed to this situation. It's deep. It keeps coming up like, I thought you changed. This is triggering up like, or triggering a lot of sort of like trauma from the past is what I'm getting. You know what I mean? She's a stern lady, but at the same time, this is a very emotional situation. Not just that, she doesn't know what to think because, again, she's focused on past third-party situations. So very deep. Excuse me. This would be a deep-ass reading. I mean, it is, but I just hate that I have to, like, clear my throat and shit. But I mean, hey, it's natural. Now then, let's see. What else can I see regarding this situation? What else do I want to ask? You know what I mean? How do Steve feel about this situation? That's what I want to see. How do Steve feel about this situation? Because it's showing me this is an obvious setup. So let's see. How does Steve feel about this whole situation? He don't have an issue with it. He definitely doesn't have an issue with it. And I know this is probably a old sort of school expression, but this literally popped up into my head. You know, I receive intuitive messages. When this star came up, the energies that popped up was Mac Daddy. I know it sounds so corny and stupid, but that's literally, I never even said that shit in my life, but that's the vibe that this star is giving off. He's kind of just like, he's a Mac Daddy. You know what I mean? He feels good about it, you know, because the star is also about, like, attention. You know what I mean? For him, he's kind of just like, yo, it's cool. You don't have any issue with it. That's what I'm seeing. Let me look deeper into this situation. All right. He's thinking about a possible love situation. Let me rephrase that. Excuse me. He's actually thinking about a possible romantic situation with this Shannade female. You know, because it was showing me, like, early on throughout the reading that nothing actually happened with this situation, right? But there's an energy of attraction. He's definitely attracted to this Shannade sort of situation. You know what I mean? But it's an issue with a betrayal sort of situation. You know what I mean? A lack of sensitivity. You know, this sensitivity has to do with sort of like wisdom. You know what I mean? I'm not getting like emotional sensitivity. He's kind of just like, yo, if you wanted to get my attention, you could have done it other ways. You know what I mean? That's actually what I'm picking up. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like this Shannade is lacking clarity, lacking wisdom. What was I telling you guys? This is deep energy. You know what I mean? Because this twin flame, you know, it's not showing me like, yo, he wants to like marry her and all of that shit. It's nothing like that. This is an energy of passion. That's basically what the whole twin flame situation is. It's a sort of like connection. You know what I mean? There's nothing really deeper than that. Some people try to make it like something really like big and shit, but it's showing me that he's definitely attracted to her, but he feels like she didn't handle this with any tact. You know what I mean? That she wasn't sensitive to the whole situation. Not just that, but she was lacking wisdom, self-discovery. So for him, he likes the attention. And to be honest, you see, this card speaks for itself. There was definitely third-party situations in the past. So for him, he's kind of just like, yo, I would have like did shit with you, but you kind of like fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Basically being an attention whore. You know what I mean? Not just that. You see this guy, how he's carrying these 2 jugs? It's kind of like showing me he's watering other people's gardens. You know what I mean? To like not say it in a really like crude, nasty way. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like he's watering sort of like his wife's garden. And he does the same thing to other females. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm seeing. You know, but for him, he likes the attention. He doesn't see it as bad. Not just that, he's kind of just like, yo, I would have fucked with you, but you were basically stupid. So, I mean, is there anything else I should ask? I mean, let me think about it. No, I think that covered everything. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Guys, definitely tell me what you think of these energies. You know what I mean? I thought it was fascinating as hell. But yeah, peace and abundance. Take care. Also, definitely press the thumbs up button if you made it this far, and stay tuned for more content.